I've been in LA for a year now, so I don't see no seeds. Yeah, I was just listening to that classic. I was actually just listening to that classic because of the fact that, we were speaking on it last night. We were speaking on Young Buck a few nights ago, how the game actually got him to put that lyric. Well, the game must have got him to put that lyric in there from either showing Young Buck who he was, proving himself behind the scenes to where Buck would actually want to make that lyric. You ain't a Crip like Snoop. You ain't a blood like Game. But we were talking about that the other night. So that was just literally in my head. Before I started this stream, I actually was playing that song, Poppin' Them Things, the second single off of the Beg for Mercy album. Very dope album. Very dope album. What up, Peasy? Appreciate you for tapping in. Scotty P, what's going on, man? Appreciate everybody tapping in tonight. We got a dope topic, man. Everybody knows Lil Durk's new album is out, 7220, 7220. It's the residence of his grandmother. So I guess if I had an album, it would be called 122. You know what I mean? Respect to Durk for taking it all the way back, man. Respect to Durk for taking it all the way back on that one, man. Taking it back to his childhood, you know what I'm saying? To his beginning in the game, because he knows there's a lot of new fans. And I really wanted to speak on that tonight, the new fans that Little Durk has, because I was going over a lot of the statistics and I got a few of the numbers. We had been saying over and over that Colors even outsold The Voice, but that's actually not accurate, guys. I'm going to go over that in a few minutes. I'm going to let people tune into the live. Dope topic tonight. Dope topic tonight. We got to speak on this Little Baby, not Little Baby, excuse me. Respect to Little Baby. Have not met him yet. He's actually not involved with this. I think he would actually take the baby route on this one, where he wouldn't want to be told who he can and cannot work with. So, to a certain degree, I respect what the baby said. I respect it. You know what I mean? But, he called out OTF. He called out OTF, and that could potentially start something even bigger. That could start something even bigger, you guys. Whack 100 was actually in a live the other day with my guy Big Chuck from Death of the Clout Chaser, and they were actually speaking on, well, Whack was touching on the sales, or not the sales, the streams, all the streams on Spotify. He was actually doing a comparison between Little Durk and Da Baby. I got a little bit of a comparison of my own that we're going to do tonight, though, you guys. You know what I mean? What's popping with you? Deeper Than Rap right there. Appreciate everybody for tapping in, hitting that like button, sharing this video, supporting the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you're new to the channel, do that right now. Hit the notification bell so you never miss live content or new video interviews. Tonight, we're speaking on something that we had touched on a few nights ago, actually, because, there's been a whole uproar in the last few days since Mimo 600 actually said a few different things about the baby. Now, Mimo 600 kind of went at one of the big dogs. You know what I mean? When Mimo 600 is kind of relatively unknown. You know what I mean? When it comes to these guys, this would kind of be like Hell Rel coming at Cameron or something like that, if you can compare it to something along those lines. Like Hot Rod coming at 50 Cent, you know what I mean? Comparable to that type of shit. What up, Felix? Appreciate you for tapping in. We got a whole dope topic to speak on tonight, man. And I got some statistics as well that I was looking up about Little Durk's album, his last album called The Voice. His last album called The Voice. A few people were speaking on the sales. I want to speak on those sales tonight as well. We can talk about NBA YoungBoy's previous 2 sales as well. Militant says, like J Hood coming at Jada. A little bit different than that, man, because of the fact that J Hood was actually J Hood was actually like a fourth member of D Block, whereas, Mimo 600 is like, it's kind of like, how many different members of OTF are there? There's like 7, 8 different dudes. You know what I mean? Some more known than others. That's why I put it of a little bit of a different category than that. But you know what I mean? Michael, what's going on? I appreciate you for tapping in tonight. Definitely do. Definitely appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight. I'm about to correct. Hell yeah, man. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. Well, I'm thinking about doing an official review to that joint. You know what I mean? I'm thinking about doing an official review to the new Durk album, but also I was thinking about maybe doing a compare and contrast with that and Da Baby and YoungBoy's album. I really just couldn't figure out how I wanted to do it just yet, to be honest with you, man. But I had a little road trip today, so I did start actually listening to the album. Militant says it's pretty good. It's pretty good, Militant says. Let's see. Nice. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's kind of crazy, right? The Tana Talk 4 album. Yeah, because why do I say it's kind of crazy? Because Little Dirk went out there and he was like, "Yo, I dare anybody to drop on my date." But the thing is, Benny the Butcher had been promoting that date for quite some time, ever since he went on the Breakfast Club, like over, what was that, a month and a half ago? Maybe a little bit less than 2 months ago, somewhere around there. I remember because they had said February 11th on accident, and Benny eventually corrected it and said March 11th. So Benny was planning on releasing that shit anyways. I want to know, what do y'all think about that new Golden Child, though, man? What do y'all think about the new Golden Child? I mean, some of the records are short. You know what I mean? Some of the records are short and shit, not short and shit, short and sweet. You know what I'm saying? But we kind of got a little bit used to that back in the day, when 50 Cent started putting 2 verses and a hook on albums. Oh, yeah? You like that? You like that shit, that Golden Child, bro? You like that Golden Child? That's what's up. Yeah, Golden Child. Aha. You know what I mean? Dirk is doing a lot right now properly to promote his new joint, especially that interview that he did on $1 million Worth of Game. Um, I'm wondering where else he's going to go to do some interviews. Did he do one on the Breakfast Club yet, you guys? I'm wondering, did he do one on the Breakfast Club yet? I'm gonna have to all I would have to do is Google it. Now the crazy thing is Kodak Black record sales gone through the roof. Appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Share this video, y'all. He ain't do any more. Trench Baby says he ain't do any more interviews. I'll be surprised if he do. Well, it was actually you're talking about the Breakfast Club? Yeah, because King Von actually did an interview with, $1 million worth of game as well. Guys, how about those Kodak Black record sales? How about those Kodak Black record sales, though, you guys? Like on the real. Like on the real, Kodak Black. Kodak Black seriously did his thing. Kodak Black seriously did his thing, you guys. Excuse me, I'm smoking. I sound like Chief Keef at the beginning of that song. What's everyone smoking, y'all? That's what I want to know. That's how we start our shows. Shit is crazy seeing all these. Somebody put the official record sales for Kodak Black in the chat, you guys. This man has outsold everybody. Kodak Black has outsold everybody. I don't think there's anybody that can do more units than Kodak Black on his new album. He really was back for everything, you guys. He came back for every single sale. If a Kodak Black CD got sold on the block, he wants in on it. Kodak Black is back in a major fashion, you guys. Back for everything. Back for every single record sale, man. I gotta send a major salute to Kodak Black for actually coming back and getting it the way that he has. Let's go. That's right. Yak. Everybody better go get their yak passes. Go get your yak passes, y'all. Oh, damn. I thought I read something like some mad high record sales. Kodak Black, back for everything. Record sales. Check it out. Damn. My bad. James, I feel like I'm on helium kush right now. The way I believe that tweet that I read. I'm gonna have to definitely gonna have to wow. Wow, you guys. I am terribly sorry. And thank you to my guy right here. Hold on. My guy, Gotti, who has been tuned in for a few episodes now. I've seen you tapping in, Gotti. I appreciate you, bro, because honestly, earlier I had read on Instagram. I don't even want to say the sales that I read because now it's just quite embarrassing going online and reading this. But let me just do a little bit more fact checking because honestly, you guys, I was thinking that Kodak Black, I'm going to say it, I was thinking that Kodak Black moved 283,000 units. Like, I was really thinking the game was about to change for Kodak Black. Let me see this. Kodak Black, back for everything. Of course, we're only talking about first week sales, you guys. First week sales. Like I was really going ecstatic when I had heard this number, you guys. Like I read I don't know if y'all had seen it, but I read an official number. I thought I read a number where it actually mentioned all of his streams and everything, and it said 283,000. But now I'm actually checking on Billboard just to clarify what my bro Gotti said. And I definitely appreciate you, Gotti, for being in the chat, being able to correspond. That's what this shit is about. You know what I'm saying? Being able to correspond with one another. I was thinking it was kind of crazy that Kodak Black could move that amount of units. And I was like, wow, this really put him on a level. This really, no. 63 is great. Don't get me wrong. But, when you got NBA YoungBoy moving 136,000 units, you know what I'm saying? When you've got Lil Durk and Lil Baby coming together to release their album, the Heroes album, and it moved 150,000 units. You know what I mean? Like, you got to just put that shit in perspective. I was doing a little bit of research the other day, and Lil Durk's album, The Voices, the first day album sales were actually put up as 23,000 units sold, you guys. But the thing about that, after that, in the next 7 days, Durk moved 66,000 units. So technically, Lil Durk moved 89,000 units of The Voice in 8 days. So that's a very good amount of records sold, if you ask me. So that's really a really good amount of albums sold, if you ask me. Now, why is Little Durk more popular than ever? Why are the record sales so important for the 7220 album? Why is that? Because of all the fame he has taken in since working with Little Baby. He had his own album that moved about 90,000 units in a week, and he has the album with Little Baby that came out and moved 150,000 in a week. Now, breaking news, you all. Breaking news to everybody. 150,000 units in a week is actually more than NBA YoungBoy's last album, Sincerely Contrell. Sincerely Contrell actually only moved 136,000 copies first week. Also, the Colors album, 69,000 copies first week. That did not move more than The Voice. So I just really wanted to come on here and correct myself because I had thought that the sales for The Voice were around 55,000, or maybe I had read 66,000, but I did not take into consideration Dirk had released that album when excuse me, I got to plug this computer in. But Dirk actually released that album when only 1 day of sales had been tallied. So Little Dirk's The Voice album actually sold more than the Colors album. And now this album, I want to say the 7220 album, this is the album that we can actually compare to Sincerely Contrell that released in 2021 of September. This is truly the album we can compare to that because right now Dirk has got his numbers up. You know what I mean? Right now, Durk has actually got his numbers up, and he's the best form of himself. But Whack 100 pointed out some very big facts on Spotify, you guys. Whack 100 pointed out the fact that the baby's numbers on Spotify are significantly higher than Little Durk's. And I'm talking in the billions, the billions, the 1.2 billion, 1.1 billion. I find it a little bit shocking that in these numbers that Whack 100 was listening. If you guys had heard his interview with my guy Big Chuck, you know what I'm saying, on Clubhouse. But I think it was on Clubhouse. It was a conversation that Big Chuck and Whack 100 were having. But Whack had mentioned that the baby's numbers went from being in the 1.1 billion to 1.2 billion, and then it got as low as 117 million, 105 million. You know what I mean? I'm just wondering, you guys. I'm just wondering, and I'm not really a big Spotify guy. I really use YouTube for my music content. You know what I'm saying? But if those numbers are more recent, the 100 millions, then the baby's got a problem. If we're going from 1.2 billion to 117 million, there's a big problem there. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I've said before, it's still not a problem in regard to what the baby was going through in the past. You know what I'm saying? The fact that the baby really, he didn't have a career back in the day when he was trying to make it. He was trying to make it at that point. Right now, he has 100 million people streaming his shit. He's made it. Back in the day, he probably had a couple thousand people even knowing who he was and shit like that. So just take that consideration. It's like when somebody says that man's rich is or what's the saying? It's like that man's rich is my broke. You know what I'm saying? Gotti Jane says Drake and NBA YoungBoy is the most streamed artist of 2022 so far. Rue Gifted, Kodak actually did not sell 29,000 in his first week. From what I'm reading here, damn, I just had the page up. But from what I'm reading here, it looks like it's 60,000. And it's a little bit odd to be 60,000, you know what I'm saying? Especially if that Ed Sheeran record was on there. But then again, I'm not too sure. I'm about to look it up to see because I had thought I'd seen a tweet, you know what I'm saying? I thought I'd seen a tweet from Kodak Black where he was asking, you know what I mean? Should I release the Ed Sheeran record on this album or my album that's going to drop later this year? I was thinking in my mind, you should drop it on the next album. You've already got Super Gremlin going crazy. You know what I'm saying? You've already got the shit moving. So you might as well just drop the album that you've got together and then do a whole build around the Ed Sheeran record. It's the drama that makes them famous, Mikey T. Let me think about that. The drama that makes them famous. The baby, the drama around his situation at Walmart, did that make him famous? Uh, the drama around his performance certainly took away from his fame. So sometimes that drama will stunt your career out. You know what I mean? You could say this level of drama is going to help, but if you catch some other drama from over here, you know what I mean? If you catch some other drama, you might just be, you might just be screwed. You know what I'm saying? Because that drama can just, there's this whole cancel culture. You say the wrong thing in front of a mass group of people, then you have 10,000 people tweeting to cancel you. Them 10,000 people, they each get their own likes. You know what I mean? 10,000 likes turn into 30,000 likes. And now you've got just a growing amount of people just disliking you. What up, Nafaro? What's popping with you? Dallas is in the building. Dallas is in the building. Appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. Wanted to come back on live tonight and sort of speak on, these record sales from Kodak Black, Back for Everything, Super Gremlin, you know what I'm saying? Moving about 60,000 units. 60,000 units, guys. Let me see. Yeah, 31,000 units. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. So Kodak Black has landed at number 2 on the top R&B and hip hop album charts. Okay, no, number 1 on the top R&B and hip hop album charts, and number 2 actually on the overall genre Billboard 200, which is dope. You know what I mean? Dope to read that he reached that level on Billboard actually. I think he was probably smart in his release date. I mean, we saw what happened last week, you guys. Yeah, bro, I'm actually checking out a few articles right now. I had heard sales of 60,000. I had heard, now I'm hearing you say 29,000. That's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Now I want to know, like, now I kind of want to know. Now I kind of want to know, you know what I mean? Did he put the Ed Sheeran record on this? I kind of want to go look over the track listing. Um, so let's see, Kodak Black. Yeah, he moved 60,000 units. Yep. Yeah, Max, he moved 60,000 units, which is pretty good. I guess that's about triple what NLE Choppa did. That's 9,000 less than what NBA YoungBoy did on his mixtape. You know what I'm saying? Let me Google this. When was Kodak Black released? When was Kodak Black released? Hold on. That can't be right. I must be reading about another case where he was actually released in 2018. Kodak has not been home since 2018. Okay. Yeah, no, that's not the same charges. That's a whole different shit. Yo, bro, I don't use Cash App anymore, brother. Well, Rue, Rue, I don't think that's accurate, bro. I think Little Dirk is actually going to be able to move more units than that. I think Dirk is actually going to be able to move more units than that, bro. The Voice album actually did about 89,000 units in 8 days. The album he did with Little Baby moved 150,000 and it moved 150,000 in 1 week. I'll look it up, bro. I thought I had read that NBA YoungBoy's Colors album actually did 69,000, but I think you're actually right here, bro. Yeah, 79,000. And 77,000 of that was actually in streaming. Can you believe that? 77,000 units was because of the streaming. That's amazing. But yeah, you're right, bro. I had read 69,000 actually. I had read 69,000 actually, to be honest with you. I had read 69,000. But to see that he moved 79,000, that's actually pretty amazing. And that means he actually moved just about 20,000 more units than Kodak Black. That's what's up, Max. Key Glock's got a new project coming out. I had heard Key Glock actually say he was going to get involved in a little bit of acting. You know what I'm saying? I had heard Key Glock say that he was going to get involved in a little bit of acting as well, which is cool. You know what I mean? Key Glock should explore all the opportunities that are going to be coming to him. I know there's probably a lot of people reaching out. You know what I'm saying? I knew there's probably a lot of people reaching out. Well, hip hop mentor, NBA YoungBoy had actually moved 136,000 copies of his album, Sincerely Control, when he was locked up. And that was actually in September of 2021. So he released this Colors album actually 6 months later, not even. He released it in January, the end of January. So he actually had a lot of guts, in my opinion, releasing a second album in that short span of time. And he proved that his audience would actually come out and support it, which that was impressive as hell. I ain't gonna lie. It was impressive to see that NBA YoungBoy could bring the people out like that. I want everybody in here to hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I want y'all to subscribe right now, man. I want y'all to subscribe right now. Let me see. Let me see. Where we at with this? Oh, okay. Nah, I don't know about that. Need everybody to hit that like button. Share this video if you haven't already. Share this video if you haven't already. You know who I am. Oh, what I really want you guys to do, though, is subscribe if you haven't already. To be honest with you, man, subscribe to this video if you haven't already. Subscribe to my channel, I mean. You know what I'm saying? Hit that alert button. So you hit that notification bell so you get tapped in when I do my live videos and shit like that. I need everybody to be tapped into my shit. I need everybody to be subscribed if you're not subscribed already. Love how everybody be checking out the content. Let me see. Okay. Okay, we Gucci. You really got to show Benny the Butcher love too, though, because Tana Talk 4 just dropped. So you really got to show Benny the Butcher love too. Honestly, we should do like a whole recap of all of his albums, man. Those Tana Talk albums are like freaking the Blow, the Dark Low Blow series. Yo, baby, who we gonna have? Who we gonna have come back to Death Row? I hear a lot of people saying The Game is gonna drop an album on Death Row. You know what I mean? I hear a lot of people saying like all different types of shit. I'm hearing all different types of shit about, the comeback of Death Row. I hope Snoop puts some young dudes on. You know what I mean? I hope Snoop puts some young dudes on and really uses Death Row as an opportunity that he never got with Doggy Style. As a record label, we saw Snoop Dogg have a couple different opportunities where it looked like he was going to start a label, but he really just never had any artist that I became familiar with. I mean, maybe a couple of you guys know. I mean, we saw what he did with the Dog Pound and 213 and all these different groups. He really put a bunch of different groups on, but I'm talking about an actual record label. I would have liked to have seen where I would have liked to have seen where Snoop could have gone as a CEO. Maybe we'll get that opportunity with this whole death row run. So Kodak Black selling 60,000 units. I think he's out of the race, you guys. I just want to say I think Kodak Black is out of the race. I was kind of under the wrong impression. I seen this meme. I seen it must have been a meme or something. Maybe it's on Kodak Black's page. Let me go check it out. Let me go take a look. Because honestly, you guys, like I could have sworn I saw some shit that said 280,000. It's like they was all popping champagne and celebrating. Because let me tell you, if Kodak Black moved 280,000 units, shit would be over. Wow. Back for everything. Let's see. Overall numbers 283,000. And this is before the second week numbers. Kodak Black, number 4 on Billboard Hot 100. Number 1 top album. See, that's why I kind of went crazy about this whole situation. Jay Brown, what's up, bro? He had the Doghouse label back when the East Siders, the East Siders, another group that was with Snoop Dogg. Man, like I would love to see Snoop Dogg actually take Death Row to the next level if that's what he has the capability of doing right now. If that's what Death Row is. It's going to take a little bit of time and a couple different interviews for us to really understand what Snoop Dogg has with this. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that guy Tony Khan signing or buying AEW or starting AEW and now buying ROH. Like, what's going to happen with it? You know what I mean? What's going to happen with Death Row? Are we going to see films? Are we going to see films like the Dog Pound movie? Is that in Snoop's hands? Are we going to see the Nate Dogg biography? A documentary? Is that in Snoop Dogg's hands? Like, I'm just eager to find out what he can actually do with it, man. Appreciate you, Jay. Yeah, man, because I was ecstatic. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say I went through half of my day today thinking Kodak Black sold 300K, but I mean, at a certain point, I saw that and I was like, holy shit! If Kodak Black moved 300K, that is a big deal. You know what I mean? I just maybe that's worldwide or something. I just got to read a little bit more into it. But he is number 1 and number 2 on those charts. You know what I mean? Because there's the top 200, and then you got the top R&B and the top hip hop, which a lot of the times, a lot of the hip hop albums will end up at number 1 on that chart while ending up at number 2, number 3 sometimes on the top 200. So just some interesting shit. You know what I mean? I don't think Lil Durk is going to have any problem outselling what the Baby and NBA YoungBoy did together. But will he be able to outsell what NBA YoungBoy did on his own? Will he be able to outsell 136,000 units? I'm not going with Colors, you guys. I'm not going with the Colors Project. Even though it was a cool ass album. You know what I mean? I'm not going with that. I'm going with Sincerely Contrell. That's what I'm going with. The next album that NBA YoungBoy, they say YoungBoy is working on his next solo album right now. I mean, I guess that's completely obvious to everybody watching. You know what I mean? But they're saying he's working on an album that's supposedly going to come in maybe the summertime or the end of the summer, which I think is appropriate. I think they should have. Oh yeah, I was saying. I think they should have took a little bit more time and effort into the NBA YoungBoy and Da Baby project. Why do I say that? Because I think they could have given themselves another week or two. Don't come out against King Von's project. That was just, disrespectful. Number one, and also it was sabotaging your own project. You're gonna come out against King Von? Like, okay, you just sabotaged your own project right there. You just cost yourself about 30,000 sales because they came out and they did 30,000 together. Gotti, do we got an official album sale number for the project with the baby and NBA YoungBoy? I heard projections of 25,000 to 35,000 on the Better Than You album. Hip hop mentor, making people pick sides at that point. That was the one big thing in all of this. That was the one big thing in all of this that the baby didn't like, and that I could actually say I respect from the baby. You know what I mean? But exposing your conversation with Little Durk, I mean, that wasn't cool. You know what I mean? Trying to say like Little Durk was waving the white flag. You know what I mean? That wasn't necessarily cool because, in all honesty, man, like Durk probably was reaching out to you because he knows you guys are on a level of real talent. Like you guys have, like actually had major albums out and you guys will more than likely be seeing each other in the future and could have been working with each other in the future, you know? So I just think the baby got a little bit confused when it came to the whole OTF situation, you guys. I think he got a little bit confused, you know what I mean? Because there's so many dudes in OTF. There's more dudes in OTF than was in the Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? Like we saw what Little Durk had up there. And I don't know if Mimo 600 was up there. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. Was Mimo on the $1 million worth of game platform with all of them? You know what I mean? I just think maybe they're getting it a little bit twisted here. And the baby, I don't think he should throw away his whole relationship with Little Durk. Now, how would NBA YoungBoy feel about NBA? How would NBA YoungBoy feel about the baby going to work with Little Durk right afterwards? I mean, it's obviously not going to happen right afterwards, but you got to leave shit to come in the next few years. Now he's got this whole statement on the internet about how OTF doesn't really know what the hell is going on. You know what I mean? It kind of sounds like some record labels that didn't pop back in the 2010s. You know what I mean? They just didn't know what the hell was going on to make something go of their career. But now, when we're talking about who will sell more tonight, you know what I mean? When we're talking about who will sell more tonight, you guys, we're not talking about that group album. We're not talking about the group album because the Little Wayne, the Little Baby, and the Little Durk group album far outsold pretty much everything on the table that we're talking about tonight. You know what I mean? So my question is, will Little Durk sell more than NBA YoungBoy? Will he sell more than Da Baby? Will he sell more than their solo releases, you guys? Not just their group effort, which kind of came out of the blue. And I will say that I knew about it. I absolutely knew about the album. I mean, who wouldn't? We all must have known about this album, you guys, because I saw the videos on YouTube. They were right there in front of my face. So if they're right there in front of my face, they must have been right there in front of everybody else's. Now, why didn't everybody click? That's the thing. Why didn't everybody click? Let me do a quick little search here real quick. Let me do a quick little search right here. I want to I'm going to go check some shit out. I'm going to do some investigative journalism, as they say. So they say. Share this video, everybody. Let them know Mikey T, the movie star, is on here talking about album sales tonight. Like I said, we're going to be doing this a little bit more. We're going to be doing it a little bit more. We're going to be talking about album sales. We're going to be talking about comparison. So let's look it up here. I wanted to look up NBA YoungBoy featuring Da Baby. I wanted to look it up just to see what I was seeing in the last few weeks. So we got the Neighborhood Superstar, 6.7 million views. We got Wi-Fi, released 8 days ago, off the Better Than You. Hit, released a month ago, you guys. Now that's what I'm saying. Like, we've seen this right in front of our face. 9 million views. 9 million views. You know what I mean? Turbo, you know what I'm saying? They've obviously put the whole album up on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? They got a bunch of shit here, man. Uh Shit, they even worked together a year ago. 100 million views, 98 million views, Jump, the baby featuring NBA YoungBoy. So they have a past relationship. You know what I mean? They have a past history in the music industry. So you can't really come at them and ask choose sides. Now, until the baby actually addresses this in an interview, if somebody actually asks him, "Hey, man, is that what it was? Did somebody hit your DM and say you shouldn't be working with that guy?" And then it's like, obviously, you see on the internet, the baby has been working with NBA Youngboy for a few years. You know what I mean? They've known each other. Like, it's nothing new to them. Let me see. Gotti says we probably find out tomorrow. But what I want to bring up is, all right, so we're going to bring up the baby's record sales. We're going to bring up the baby's record sales. Now, I'm going to be considerate to this. Let's see. Let's see here. We got Baby on Baby 2019. Baby on Baby 2019. So what I got on that, I don't have an official album sales first week, but the album actually sold as of July 2019. The album sold 473,000 units, Wikipedia is saying. And that album actually released in March. What was the lead single on that joint? Suge and Babysitter. But it's over 500,000 sales, I guess, because they shipped out a bunch, obviously. This is where it began, though, Kirk. The Kirk album, well, I mean, you can't say it didn't begin with Suge. Suge was going crazy. So Kirk actually debuted with 145,000 album sales. 145,000 albums sold in 1 week. He followed it up with Blame It On Baby the very next year. Blame It On Baby. Let me see if I got some sales here for that. Guys. Excuse me. Yeah, he actually went down 20,000 sales. He did 124,000 units sold. So the baby does have a record. Oh, let me check the singles real quick on that one. See what pops out in memory. Let me see what pops out in memory, because obviously when you hear the song Suge, that shit pops out in memory. Blame It On Baby. Blame It On Baby. Find My Way, Rockstar, No Dribble, Peephole, Blind. Is that popping out to anybody? Y'all love those records or what? So yeah, the baby actually did quite a few units sold. He actually has a higher tally than NBA Youngboy. As I said, the Sincerely Contrell, I want to say that is his highest selling album first week. I'm going to do a little bit of a fact check on that right now, though, you guys. Sincerely Contrell, I don't even think I really need to. Yeah, 137, excuse me. Now, Top had released before that, and let me see if I can get the sales on it, you guys. And that album actually debuted with 126,000 sold. And Until Death Calls My Name, obviously we all remember that album. And these are Atlantic record albums, you guys. And that had actually only debuted moving 43,000 units first week. Now, NBA Youngboy actually shot up like crazy after that. Obviously, I just read the sales: 126,000, 137,000. So NBA Youngboy has sold records. The baby has sold records. You kind of would have thought them meeting together in the middle would have been a match made. You know what I mean? In sales history, or at least, because I remember first reading back in the day sales for like that. And correct me if I'm wrong, Gotti, but I do remember reading a thing that it said 156,000 sales. 156,000 sales for the Little Baby and Gunna album. And I was like, damn, Little Baby is out of here. I'm like, if he just moved 156,000 units on that shit, imagine what the people are gonna do when he drops his solo shits. Now, Jesus, Durk sold 30K first week on his last album. Durk actually moved. Durk, from what I was reading, you guys, actually moved 23,000 units of The Voice in one day. And he moved 66,000 units of The Voice in the following week. So the tally right there is 89,000 units for The Voice in 8 days by my count. Gotti, can you fact check me on that one? Because I too, at a certain point, had read or thought I read that Lil Durk's album The Voice sold 55,000 first week, or maybe it was 66,000 first week. But I was just reading it. Check it out. Go look it up, bro. Go look it up. Jesus 74 Groove says Durk is not messing with YoungBoy. Durk is not messing with YoungBoy. Let me go over to the Durk sales. I'm not going to go to Little Babies just yet, you guys. If we need to get into that, we will. But tonight it's the record sales edition, you guys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you want to talk about shit like this, share your thoughts. You know what I mean? Even, suggest topics to speak on. We all know the Remember My Name album. It actually came out and did 28,000 first week, very similar to King Von's Welcome to O Block. Actually, pretty much right there. No, Jesus. You got to, if anybody thinks Lil Durk did 23,000 first week, they're out of their mind. Bro, look at the reason why that sold 23,000. It's because of the timing. It's because of when the album was released. Let me see right here. So, Remember My Name, that was Durk's first album. The single was Like Me with Jeremiah. We had just heard Durk on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast, pretty much talking about the fact that, Def Jam wanted him to do some pop shit. They put him in the studio with Jeremiah, and they came out with a dope record called Like Me. I really thought it was dope. Now, Durk did his second album with Def Jam as well, and it was called Little Durk 2 Times, you guys. Little Durk 2 Times actually released, but this album really didn't have as good of sales. Let me see. The album only moved 12,259 units in its first week. YB has no help. Well, Clarence, from what I just read about the Colors album or project, however you really want to refer to it, he actually moved 77,000 units in streaming numbers. And Clarence, I really appreciate that. Salute to Clarence Thomas for the 1999 super chat. Major salute to my bro right there, showing me why I'm doing this. You see, got to give a major salute to you there. Now, YoungBoy, I saw on his YouTube page, he pretty much just released a video where he was actually, he released a video where he was actually just performing his songs. It kind of reminded me of some shit that you would do back in the day on like television, and they would stream a live performance. So I think that's actually genius. He's doing all types of creative stuff to push himself, out of the box stuff that a record label would be able to do for you back in the day, but he's doing it on his own, man. I got to say I respect it. So Durk's second album really didn't do the numbers that he wanted it to do, you guys. Little Durk 2 Times, which is odd, very odd that it was called Little Durk 2 Times, because I did an interview with Casanova 2 times. You know what I'm saying? I actually did an interview with Casanova 2 times, so that was interesting to see that Little Durk was calling himself Lil Durk 2 times. So Signed to the Streets 3, 2018. Let me see if I can get some sales for this. This dropped November 24th, 2018, and it sold 26,000 units first week. Now, this was Durk getting back to those same numbers from his first album. Relatively impressive. You know what I mean? Because it's like, wow, Durk can do this shit without, that industry cosign. Let me see what label that actually released on. That was when he left Def Jam, as he explained on Gilly's podcast. He was about to go independent. And apparently he went over to Alamo, y'all. Conroy says Little Durk's first week are not passing 80K. Well, Conroy, Little Durk, his last album moved about 90,000 units in a week. And then the album with Little Baby actually moved 150,000 in the first week. All that combined buzz is really what is putting Durk at his peak right now. Now, Da Baby has a height of 145,000 units sold. NBA YoungBoy has a height of 137,000 units sold. I'm wondering if Lil Durk is going to be able to touch those numbers. Is he going to be able to come out and outsell these guys? It's no doubt in my mind that Durk's going to outsell their group project, but will he be able to outsell their solo releases, man? Is Durk going to be able to state his claim, put the stake in it, stake his claim and be the biggest artist in the industry and take that position as the number 3 guy in the industry after Drake and Little Baby? Because right now there's a whole lot of artists really, in play for that position. And I'm talking about Da Baby. I'm talking about Kodak Black. You know what I mean? He comes out of jail. Somebody get me a date on when Kodak Black was released from jail. Please, I'd appreciate it. Kodak Black comes out of jail, releases this new album, 60,000 first week. If Kodak Black was an independent artist, I bet you he would have done at least 30 to 40,000 first week, and he probably would have been able to release an album next week. But that's for the future. You know what I mean? Right now, I think Kodak Black is straight at Atlantic Records. I hope he's able to keep on putting out material. We saw Gucci Mane get out of jail, and he released a stream of albums. You know what I mean? And I think he was with Atlantic, if I'm not mistaken. I'll fact check that real quick. But I'm pretty sure he was with Atlantic to release the Everybody's Watching album, and then he released Woptober, and then he released East Atlanta Santa Part 2. You know what I mean? They let Gucci Mane get out quite a bit of releases. Now, I'm not sure if those other albums or projects were actually official album joints, but Gucci Mane got quite a few releases after he was released from jail. And tomorrow, you guys, I'm thinking about going over the Gucci Mane publicity stunt joint because I've been getting a lot of people asking me about it. Let me see. So he got out of jail. He did Everybody's Looking. Then he did The Return of East Atlanta Santa, and they do not count the Woptober album. Samuel Jackson. Sorry, bro. He says Little Durk's album 7220 is hot. What's your prediction on the sales, Samuel? I'm putting up a poll, you guys. I'm putting up a poll right now, y'all. I am putting up a poll right now, you guys. Who will sell the most units? Right now, we know NBA YoungBoy. Right now, we know Da Baby is actually in the lead. But NBA YoungBoy has another album coming. He's working on it. A solo album. Colors was a project. He's got the follow-up to Sincerely Contrell coming. Little Durk's dropped. He's out. Da Baby, 145,000. NBA YoungBoy coming off 137,000 sold. He only really went up 10,000 because the album prior to that was 126,000. So he really only went up 11,000 on his official album release. And then with the mixtape or the project, whatever you want to call it, I thought at one time Drake was actually trying to call them playlists. That album actually did 79,000. I'm sorry, I keep saying 69. I kind of got it worked in my brain, but my dude actually corrected me on that. 79,000, which is actually very freaking impressive. You know what I mean? It's going to be impressive to see if 7220 can actually outsell that. Will 7220 be able to outsell Colors? You know, I kind of think it's without a doubt going to outsell the Better Than You album, unless those sales skyrocketed up from the early projections, which could happen. You know what I mean? I mean, I was just reading off some of the numbers. I mean, they've been doing 9 million views, 6 million views, 1 million views on all the songs. They're doing quite a bit of streams. Major salute, major salute. Virginia's in the building tonight. Samuel says, I think he will move good numbers. So anyways, Durk had moved 26,000 in 2018 with Sign to the Streets 3. Love Songs for the Streets 2. Wow, interesting. Love Songs for the Streets 2 considered an album, but where was Love Songs for the Street 1? Interesting. A story for another day. So Love Songs for the Street 2 debuted on the Billboard, earning 44,000 units sold. Now, guys, 4,000 of these were pure album sales. You know what I'm saying? 4,000 of these were actually pure album sales. Similar to NBA YoungBoy actually only having 2,000, a little under 2,000 in pure sales for the Color joint. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know how they were shipping those out there to, do it like that. Interesting to hear, you know what I mean? Like, how many did they really ship out? Ooh, we got an opinion right here from Clarence Thomas. He says Durk's new shit isn't better than Von's CD. Oh shit. So Clarence, do you think that Lil Durk is going to outsell King Von? Do you think Lil Durk is actually going to outsell King Von's new album? Let me see. Yeah, we got first week projections for King Von at 60,000. Yeah, Von's projected to hit 60 to 65,000. It'll be but he had competition. You know, they released the Better Than You album. You know what I mean? They released the Better Than You album at the same time, which I've got to say it must have chipped away at both of their sales. So that was just horrible when it comes to marketing. Like I said, they could have waited, but shit. Wait, you're going to wait. Next week is Kodak Black. You know what I mean? Next week, Kodak Black is back for everything. You know what I mean? And then the week after that, Durk is dropping. You know what I'm saying? So, in all honesty, I mean, they were kind of stuck. But I really think that NBA, and plus they had released a video a month back. So, yeah, I guess they were kind of stuck. Richie, you think Durk could have waited, but major salute. Clarence Thomas. I'm about to roll something up, Clarence. I appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you tapping in tonight, man. On this live video. It's kind of like a versus video, you know what I mean? Where we're taking a look at the record sales of 3 different artists. I don't really think Kodak Black. I mean, overall, Kodak Black is in competition with these guys when it comes to being the best in the game. I mean, shit. What did Kodak Black say? Kodak Black actually said that he wanted to be a better rapper than Lil Wayne. So I'll chill out when I say Kodak Black isn't in competition with these guys. Kodak Black wants to be the best rapper alive, and I think a lot of these guys right here, these youngins, they're all getting the most money. You know what I mean? Now that the whole pandemic is over, they're all getting the most money and actually, you know what I mean, running around, putting their homies on and shit like that, running around, changing the culture to a certain extent better. You know what I mean? To a certain extent, they're changing it for the better. You know what I mean? When they're moving along in the industry and setting up new boundaries and barriers for artists to break. Like, look how much money artists are getting paid nowadays compared to back then. They're getting paid so much now. It's like they're on the level of movie star actors and shit like that. That's probably goes into a reasoning why my name fits so well. You know what I mean? You got to get something that applies to the culture. You know what I mean? Look at these checks that battle rappers are getting, that rappers are getting. You know what I'm saying? All different types of avenues in music right now to get money. It's an amazing thing. Look at these guys. You major salute to you, Clarence. I really appreciate the super chat, man. That shit means the world, bro. That shit means the world right there. Major respect to you. If anybody wants to send in a super chat, make sure you send in a question with it as well, man. I'll answer whatever you want to hear, man. But yeah, look at the way that artists have jumped into the field of broadcasting. You know what I mean? Look at the way that these guys, you got Gilly and Wallow and Joe Budden and Nori and all these different, amazing artists who are articulate and they know and they know that they got something to say and they're sharing their experience. You know what I mean? And it's such an advancement. You know what I mean? Everybody is making such advancements to the future goals, you know what I mean, of what people can do in this industry that we're involved in. You know what I'm saying? You can really do anything. You can start your own label. You know what I mean? You can, get into broadcasting. You can do journalism. You can be an artist. You can be a producer. You know what I'm saying? All this different types of shit where we see, show that we see everyone get showcased on. Sorry about the rant, you guys. Let's get back into the topics though. Richie Dirk could have waited. It's well, let's get back into it and we'll see if Dirk could have waited when he dropped his last album. You know what I mean? But Dirk right now is hotter than ever. You know what I mean? Seriously, Dirk is hotter than ever because of all the buzz from his solo project, from his group project with Little Baby. And when you are that hot, you have to jump on it. You know what I mean? You have to go with the moment. Right now, Dirk is going to move some serious units. And also everybody is watching. And that's why on this new album 7220, he actually wants to tell the people about the real him. Why? Because everybody's watching right now. So everybody that missed it on those first two albums where we just read the sales for Remember My Name and Little Durk 2 times, you know what I'm saying? All those people that got the first stories of Dirk, everyone that missed it, that's involved in this new audience, they get that with this album. That's at least what I'm taking from it. Damn, Gotti. Yeah, man. That's crazy. Tyrese says, you got to understand this is Dirk's biggest year. YB has been selling. Well, I disagree with that. Dirk has been doing a whole lot of touring for the last few years. While NBA YoungBoy, he had got caught up in a case. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like NBA YoungBoy has missed out on a lot of opportunities that Lil Durk was able to capitalize on. The fact that he is on the streets, you know what I mean, and not incarcerated, not, you know what I mean, on house arrest. That's another edge that Little Durk also has on Kodak Black. You know what I mean? Kodak Black had just spent half of his 3-year sentence in jail. You know what I mean? Before that, he was locked up before that as well. You know, um, look what happened with Meek Mill going to jail. That's how Little Durk was able to rise in the ranks. You know what I mean? Like when people get taken out of their position, you know what I mean? Other people rise. You know what I'm saying? Other people get opportunities. Dirk, You know what I'm saying? Dirk has really thrived when given that opportunity. He didn't drop the ball. You know what I'm saying? He did not drop the ball in any sense of the word. When shit got real out here, when we lost some of our favorite artists, you know what I mean? Like Triple X, you know what I'm saying? Like when Meek got locked up, you know what I'm saying? Like these situations, when these guys get locked up and we're looking for somebody, there Dirk is right there. NBA YoungBoy's incarcerated for some shit because he decided to go film a music video. You know what I'm saying? All different types of scenarios like that, you guys. I'm just, saying what I feel about that. That's why I think Dirk has really had an opportunity to rise above. It's Bama, $1 super sticker. That's love, bro. Let me see what kind of sticker that is, man. 100. We got the 100 sticker. That's lit, bro. No. Oh, Armando. Appreciate you, Armando. 4.99 super chat. Major salute. Major salute on the 4.99 super chat. I really appreciate everybody watching this live video tonight, man. It really means a lot to me. We're going to keep it positive on my network. We're going to keep it news related. We're going to talk about new interviews. We're going to keep doing watch alongs all year, you guys. We're going to keep it positive on the channel. I mean, if anybody brings the negative energy, I mean, just jump in the live, just jump in the chat. If they want to bring any negative energy, they could just jump in the chat. You know what I'm saying, Armando? Clarence, it's Bama, Conroy, Iceberg, Gotti. If anybody has any negative energy to bring to this chat and they want to discuss it face to face, just hit that chat and I would send the StreamYard link. Because this channel is open, man. We are open on this channel. We keep it real on this channel. I don't think I give anybody a reason to actually hate out there. I'm just coming through, giving my thoughts on news, giving my perspective from what I've seen in the game. And I really appreciate every single one of you in here. I appreciate everybody that takes a second to support the channel by sending in a super chat. Like I said, if you send in a question with it, I will answer that question most definitely. I appreciate everybody on here giving a care about my perspective. You know what I mean? That shit means everything. Clarence Thomas, YB dropping next week? What? Are you serious? I had heard that shit, man, but I honestly thought that they were making NBA YoungBoy go wait the summer to sell the album to build up a little bit of anticipation. Maybe I'm just straight up wrong. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm just straight up wrong because he's hot right now. He's hot, man. I'm burning up. I do my thing in the club with the burn a tuck. What was that, an old 50 line? But yo, Clarence, man, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you so much adding to the conversation. I appreciate you for the super chat, man. It makes this shit worth doing, bro. It really makes this shit worth doing when somebody like you actually comes in, shows support, you know what I mean? Shows some love with a super chat like that, man. Really shows me that this shit is 100% worth doing. And I ain't going to stop doing this for nothing, y'all. I'm not going to stop until I've got one of the most powerful voices in the industry. You know what I'm saying? And there ain't nothing that can stop me from doing this and putting out this new material, you guys, showing you guys the new interviews that I'm doing, like with Bizarre from D12. You know what I'm saying? Like the new interview with Easy the Block Captain. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that's going to stop me from putting out consistent material every single day of the pretty much every single day. I hope that shit doesn't annoy you. You know what I mean? But it's like television over here, man. Until they got me actually running a television station, I don't know what station I'm going to run, VH1 or Oxygen or, you know what I mean? Even if it's the HBO, whatever station that I end up with, you guys, you know what I'm saying? Just know that I'm working towards it right now by putting this content out here on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate everybody that checked out my throwback interview with Casanova. Let me see. Armando says that NBA has a cult following, and that is the difference between him and Dirk. All right, so let's get back into these sales then, since we're talking about that. Now, the last one we did was Love Songs for the Streets 2, which debuted at number 4, earning 44,000 first week. And this was actually released in 2019, right? So let's see what we got for features on there. He's got King Von, 21 Savage, A Boogie with the Hoodie, Nicki Minaj on Extravagant. He's got Meek Mill. He's got Key Glock. Salute to Key Glock. Wow, that's dope. Now, Just Cause Y'all Waited 2. What the hell happened to Just Cause Y'all Waited 1? Why don't I got any official sales for Just Cause Y'all Waited 1? Anyways, this was also on Alamo, and I believe it's when they moved Dirk over to Geffen. I'm about to go, let me see, hold on one second. Family Over Everything. Do we got any sales for Family Over Everything? Okay. Yeah, we got, wow, Mimo 600 was on Family Over Everything. Wow, that's news to me, you guys. Mimo 600 was actually on Family Over Everything. Let me find the track he was on. So we got NLE Choppa on there, Polo G, Booka 600, Mimo 600, and Duty Low. Yep, salute Duty Low. Hangout is the record. That's very interesting. Just Cause Y'all Waited 2. Okay, Just Cause Y'all Waited 2. Let's get sales for this, you guys. Just Cause Y'all Waited 2. It dropped May 2020. So he dropped it, I guess he dropped it about a year later from the Love Songs for the Streets, because that dropped in August. So he dropped it just under a year later, you guys, like 10 months later. And let's see what he did for sales on Just Cause Y'all Waited 2. Little Dirk actually moved 57,000 units. 3,000 were pure album sales in the first week. So 57,000 units right there, man. And then his next, wow. So Just Cause Y'all Waited was May 8th, 2020. And then The Voice was actually December 24th, 2020, right? Now, let's get into the sales of this album. So, according to Wiki, The Voice debuted at number 46 on the Billboard, earning 23,000 equivalent units in its first week with 1 day of sales. 1 day of sales, 23,000. The album was released on Thursday, so the album's first week sales came from just 1 day of activity due to it being the last day of the tracking week. In its second week, the album climbed to number 3, earning an additional 66,000 units. The album sold 87,000 units the week Deluxe was released. I don't know if that's a part of what we're talking about, but 23,000, you guys, plus 66,000. Now, then they do a Deluxe, and he moves an additional 87,000. Let me see. Wow, third week, another 48,000 units sold. The fourth week, 42,000 sold. Damn, these are some major sales from Dirk, you guys, on this album, The Voice. So I don't want to hear about, oh, Dirk only did 50,000 first week. Dirk did 50,000 for like 5 weeks in a row. If you average it out, he did like 50, 60,000 for 5, 6 weeks in a row. So, guys, I'm going to have to predict Little Dirk is going to do. Hold on, let's not get there yet. Let me take a look at the poll. I want to know who does everybody in the chat, if you guys haven't voted, vote right now. Who does everybody in the chat think will sell the most units out of these guys? Little Dirk is running it right now, 65%. Little Dirk is running this shit. Richie says Dirk is the hottest rapper out. Nah, that's facts. Dirk is hot right now, but he could have gave Vaughn a week on billboards. Yeah, facts, bro. Facts. He could have pushed it back a week or two. But Little Dirk, Richie, did say that on $1 million worth of game, when Wallow asked him who is the top people that he would do a joint project with, Little Dirk said that he was working on a joint album with King Von. We all obviously know the way those guys work together, man. So I'm really hoping that we do get that album maybe later this year or maybe 2023. We'll have to see what happens with that, man. But I'm hooked. I'm hooked as a fan to see what's happening. Kodak Black, 60,000 units. We'll have to see if Little Dirk is going to do more than that. NBA YoungBoy's Colors joint actually did more than Kodak Black's by 19,000. By 19,000, if you guys can believe that. I can actually. I can believe that because NBA YoungBoy has been having more of a solid presence with releasing albums, even though he was locked out. Mikey, what up? A Wax, appreciate you for tapping in, man. Tyrese, and I F with your channel, my guy. Appreciate you. Yup. Tyrese YB Incarcerated becomes the first rapper to release #1 album during the past 3 calendar years. Okay, I'm glad you added that last point in there, man. Yeah, that was amazing. The fact that NBA YoungBoy released that album, sold a bunch of units, and I think I think the fact that he put out a new album in January just solidified, how hungry his fans are to get new projects and how much material he can release in a year. So if Youngboy has a new project out in the next month, like personally, I don't think that's the right thing to do. But these new artists are just they're moving at a whole nother rate, man. They're moving on that Master P rate of pace. You know what I mean? They're like, screw that, man. And screw putting everybody else's album in the stores every 3 weeks. I want my album out there for release every 3 weeks. You can't hate on that, man. Like I just said, Gucci Man got out of jail and he released 3 albums in 2016, and that was all after July, I want to say. Like he released 3 albums in the last 6 months of the year. Whether you want to consider Woptober an album or not, he moved 30 or 40,000 units of that shit. It's Bama. No, I did an interview with Bizarre from D12. If you didn't check it out, go check that shit out, bro. Yeah, it's one of my best interviews, man. It's one of my best interviews with Bizarre from D12. Hold on one second. What's Clarence say? He said Dirk took a lot of ideas from the YB on his CD. Which CD are you talking about, bro? You talking about Colors or you talking about Sincerely Contrell? And I'm wondering what ideas you're actually talking about. What ideas did Little Dirk use from YoungBoy? You've actually got me intrigued by that. Only because I haven't heard too much of the 7220 album. I was listening with my boy today, riding through when we were going to the dispensary, but we was just talking a little bit too much, so I had to turn the music down and just catch up with my dude. He had just come into town from New York and shit. Actually, he's coming down from LA. But so I was just catching up with him. So I really had to put it to the side, listening to the album. Details in the building. What's popping with you, man? Tyrese Child says he didn't even promote Colors. Bro, I'm gonna disagree on that. That's like everyone saying that they didn't promote Better Than You when a month ago there were YouTube videos on the internet of NBA YoungBoy and Da Baby coming together, and everybody was like, "What the hell, man? What the hell is Before Mimo 600 did it, everybody on the internet was kind of like, "What the hell is Da Baby doing? Like this isn't not really the right time to be going and working with NBA YoungBoy." But kind of like Mimo 600 said, not to that full disrespectful extent, but the baby thought that would have been an amazing move. I mean, they have past history. They got videos on the internet with over 100 million views on them and shit like that. Obviously, it could have been a great move where they both sold an amazing amount of units. You know what I'm saying? Where they both sold an amazing amount of units. Just so happens early projections for the album are only like 30,000. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be as successful as Lil Durk's work with Lil Baby. But shit, Lil Baby is the hottest rapper in the game right now, man. Lil Baby's the hottest rapper in the game. Yup. Big facts. Big facts, man. Big facts, man. Baby and Tory Lanez. Yep. You talking about Scat from 2021? Yeah. Yep. But Tory Lanez is dope, man. Tory Lanez is dope. You know what I mean? I mean, I had an opportunity to meet Tory Lanez, and our situation really wasn't all that. It wasn't that cool. You know what I mean? I'm not really going to get into what happened with me and Tory Lanez unless somebody asks in a super chat question. But you know what I mean? But I'm about to put up the interview with for you, Bazaar. Yeah, go hit this link, you guys. I'm almost at 10,000 views with the interview with Bazaar. I'm about to pin it up, man. So everybody hit that link, man. Show some love on my new interview with Bazaar because we're just about at 10,000 views. I'm going to release a couple small clips from it because he talks about a lot of dope shit, but that's the full interview right there. Just need everybody to support the channel. You know what I mean? If you haven't subscribed, subscribe now. Just know we're going to be doing a lot of different things like talking about content, talking about album sales. You know, this is something that I've been interested in my whole life. You know, the amount of sales that artists do overall, the amount that they do the first week, the amount that they do in comparison to other artists. You know what I mean? We always did those comparisons back in the days. You know what I mean? It was just fun. I want to bring a little bit of that to YouTube, you all. Kodak Black moving 60,000 units. This is not the amount that he has sold in the past. He has done more than that in the past. He has done more than that in the past, but we got to take into consideration, you know, Kodak found a little record with Super Gremlin, and he actually came and he's putting out the album. You know what I mean? He's jumping on it. You know, a lot of rappers who just got out of jail aren't even putting out albums yet. You know, and I'm not just talking about Bobby Shmurda. I'm talking about other rappers that got out of jail. They didn't jump right on putting out albums. Not everybody took the Gucci Man and the Boosie route, you know, ready to release albums right away. We've seen others that have taken time. Prodigy came out. They released the Black Sand EP, I want to say, Mobb Deep, right, you guys? Yeah, man, but I got to roll something up, man. I got to roll something up. You know, I'm smoking some gas tonight, you guys. I'm smoking on some gas tonight, man. I interviewed Bazaar, bro. I put the link up in my bio. But it looks like everybody's saying that Lil Durk is going to be having the highest sales. Now, my thoughts on Lil Durk's sales. How much will Lil Durk actually sell? Judging by what I was just reading, all the sales that we've seen from Durk going from 28,000 on his debut, 28,000 on his debut. I'm going to ask everybody in the chat now, too. What will Lil Durk sell first week? I'm asking everybody right now because I'm about to dissect it. We've gone over all the sales from Lil Durk's past, from the beginning, the first album, Remember My Name, selling 28,000, to his second album, kind of tanking. Lil Durk 2 times, selling 12,000 It sold so little copies that you actually know the full number. It sold 12,259 copies, you guys. 12,259,000 copies. Durk had to go back to the drawing board in 2018. You know, he was kind of like, damn, what's going on with Def Jam? What am I going to do here? And this is when he made his alliance with Alamo. Signed to the Streets 3. They said, Durk, we're going to let you be you. Durk, we are going to let you be you. Just be the people that the people fell in love with in the first place. Give us a project that means something to you in your heart, Durk. And that's when he came out with Signed to the Streets 3. And it just so happened that Little Durk can do an album like Signed to the Streets 3 and sell the same amount of units as that major label debut he had on Def Jam, you guys. Durk moved 26,000 units of Signed to the Streets 3. The same amount when he was on Def Jam, you guys. Not saying he was in an independent situation, but Def Jam is the juggernaut. You know what I mean? So for Durk to maintain and get back on his sales, where did he go from there? The Love Songs in the Street, Part 2. You know what I'm saying? The Love Songs, Part 2. So, and what did he move on that one, you guys? 44,000 units first week, y'all. 44,000 units for Love Songs for the Streets 2. He figured it out. He built on it. He came out and he found a way to be successful, man. He found a way to be successful. A-Wax says, A Mikey T, Durk's YouTube did numbers as well. George McCarthy says the last one sold 150K first week. Yeah, 150K was the Lil Baby and Lil Durk album. They did over 150K first week. What do you all think Lil Durk will sell first week? So Lil Durk even built on that. He even built on that 44,000, you guys. Just because y'all wanted it too. I don't know why I'm actually missing all the first ones, but just because y'all waited too, 57,000 units, y'all. He went up another 13,000. Lil Durk is on the right path. So then we get to The Voice. And as I read out, you guys, The Voice actually moved about 89,000. 89,000 in 8 days. So we're going to call it 90K. Durk did 90K. And that is higher sales than Chief Keef ever moved. Durk moved higher numbers than Chief Keef by his 2020 Avin, just because y'all waited. But that's only because he grinded it out. You know what? He didn't give up. Don't give up. You know what I mean? Just because everything isn't going your way. Just because, you know what I mean? You're not having all the success that you might think you should be having. If you give up, you won't be able to attain that level of success that you want to get to. And Lil Durk is a prime example of that, you guys. You know, you wouldn't have thought Lil Durk was number 3. Let's keep it a buck. When it came to Chief Keef, Lil Reese, and Lil Durk was number 3 in that equation. He grinded so hard that he's number 1 now. So yeah, my thoughts, since Lil Durk came out, 150,000 on an album now that's probably past 1 million. So now he's got somebody with 1 million people purchasing the Lil Durk album. I got a feeling Lil Durk is doing on this. I'm going 120,000. I'm going 120,000 for Lil Durk on this album, you guys. A-Wax says 50K. Schizo says 100K. Be good numbers. Iceberg says 80K to 100K. He'll probably do. Clarence says 110K. George McCarthy says Durk took his craft serious. Hell yeah, he did, man. You could even tell that when Durk shaved off his braids or his dreads. You know what I mean? When Durk shaved his dreads, you could tell. Like he was like, yo, I got to do something to stand out. You know what I mean? Because everybody in the clique was trying to make themselves stand out in a way. You know, uh, be a standout member of the group. Don't just be somebody in the background that ain't eventually going to be able to make something of themselves. I use this example all the time, the way that Meek, Wale, Stale, Pill, they all came to MMG. They didn't just stand in the background and look cool with Rick Ross. You know what I mean? They actually stood out and made a difference and made all those fans that were watching take an interest in them because they'll all watch when Rick Ross is around. You know what I mean? They'll all watch when Rick Ross is around, but when Ross leaves, are they just going to tune out? No, you got to do something to make them tune in all the time. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's linking up with somebody so you can get on their tour schedule, or linking up with somebody so y'all can do some joint projects, or shit, linking up with a producer so you have a sound. You know, whatever you got to do to continue to manage what your career. Detail says 105,000. I like that. So we got 120, we got 110, we got 105, we got 50, we got 80, we got 100. I said 120. I might be wrong because he might outsell the baby. He might outsell the baby, baby on baby. He might outsell Sincerely Contrell. You know what I'm saying? Richie says 115,000. I might be wrong. Durk might come up and do 150,000. You know what I'm saying? He might have got a lot of a fan base off of that project with Little Baby. 150,000 first week. The last numbers I read, and this was months ago, you guys, because y'all probably remember. I know y'all be tuned in with me. I had said these numbers with my guy SV Twiz like six months ago for that album. 650,000. 650,000 copies sold so far of the Heroes album. George McCarthy says 75K. Well, George, that's actually less than The Voice, bro. And I got to say that Durk has grown considerably since then, man. Oh, damn, I don't even got no weed broke up. I'm tripping. Yeah, man, I appreciate everybody tapping in. I appreciate everybody messing with me on here. Appreciate it if y'all check out that interview with Bizarre. Let's get that shit up to 10,000 hits. You know what I'm saying? Hottest interviews on the internet. This is where you get them. Hottest live conversations on the internet. This is where you get them. We're adding some new shit into it. Interview recaps. We're adding in watch-alongs. We are adding in our thoughts on record sales, y'all. We're doing all that shit, you guys. We ain't just stopping. We ain't just stopping at some news, hip hop news. We got to do different things to expand the brand. You know what I'm saying? We got to do different things to actually expand the market and the reach. And that's why I just want to try new things. I put up new videos pretty much every day, whether it's a throwback content, whether it's a new interview, whether it's a different piece of an interview that's interesting, or even a full feature length interview. Some of my interviews are like an hour long. But yeah, what does everybody think Lil Durk is going to sell? What's your next watch along, Mikey? Well, I was thinking about doing the Spado and Ablava interview. Actually, I was talking to SV Twiz about that. But also AWAC says have fans call in. Also, I was thinking about having an artist come in. Actually, I don't know if y'all missed it the other week. We had Freeway come on the live. It was really interesting actually having a rapper come in, an artist come in. So I'm looking forward to doing that in the future, you guys. I'm looking forward to having multiple rappers come in the future and actually join us for live interviews. I'm even interested in having rappers come in and doing watch-alongs with us on their interviews, just so we can continue to pick their brain on it. Who knows? Maybe I'm toying with a bunch of different concepts, you know what I mean? Just because there's so much material to build on that I've created. I've actually gone out there and created hundreds of hours of content, you guys. You know what I mean? my media library is just absolutely crazy. You know what I mean? J Money, appreciate you. Appreciate you, J Money. 80 to 100,000. Yep, that's what Iceberg said as well. 80 to 100,000 for Lil Durk's new album. If you're just logging in, let me know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? What do you guys think that Lil Durk is going to do for the first week sales of the new album 7220? You know, I'm thinking it's going to be 120,000. Oh shit. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Louis Peasy says 200K. Louis Peasy says 200K. That's some real shit right there, man. Because honestly, Lil Durk he had 70,000 people tune in out of nowhere to watch his interview with Gilly the Kid and Wallow. You know, 1 hour of the day. And they actually did over 1 million views, I guess Gilly and Wallow were posting about in 24 hours. But the fact that 70,000 people in that hour and a half, 45 minutes tuned in, that shows you right there how many people are interested in looking up Lil Durk and buying his material, I'm sure as well. So yeah, 200K, that's not a bad thought, bro. I ain't hating on you for that one, man. I think Lil Durk has a major opportunity to build on what he created with himself, but also what he just created with Lil Baby. Because somebody get me an official sales for the Heroes album that Lil Baby actually did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let us all know what merch you guys want. If you want the t-shirts, hoodies, let us know what kind of merch you guys want. Headbands, face masks, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what you guys want and shit. I'm about to roll up. What y'all want? Some rolling trays? We're gonna do the report card rolling trays. It ain't gonna be long before somebody hits me up and says, Mikey T, we need to make a strand. We need to make that movie star gas. You know what I mean? That MSG. You know we're gonna have the MSG on deck, man. That movie star gas. That shit that you can't even act. You can't even act no certain way when you're on that movie star gas. You just be acting, you know what I mean, like a real one. You don't even be acting like a crazy ass. You know what I'm saying? It don't even be making you act no certain way. Throw it in with the title and shit. But you ain't acting either on it, man. You in the zone. You ain't acting when you smoke this MSG gas, man. Yeah. 150,000 first week. What are we at overall right now? Can somebody get us can somebody get us an official sales count on the Heroes album as of 2022? You know, as of, try to find February, January, whatever update we can get on it. I'm wondering if they crossed 1 million. Because you just got to think, man, like, in all honesty, if they crossed 1 million, a significant amount of those fans are, damn, that daily special is amazing, you guys. Like, seriously. But you know how it is when you actually break the shit up with your hands and you're not using a grinder. You get that ultimate smell. You know what I mean? You get that ultimate smell. Let's see. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Damn, George. So George is hating on the report card rolling trays idea. He's hating on it, and he's hating on the MSG movie star gas idea. George says marshmallow OG at 31% and 1.5 grams. I don't know what that means or says, bro, but he says marshmallow OG at 31%. Never mind the MSG movie star gas. I'm already smoking it, is basically what he said right there. Hating on the movie star gas. That's what we're going to do, man. We're going to get a strand, man. I'm just messing with you, George. I appreciate you for tapping in all the time, man, and adding to the conversation. A-Wax, I appreciate you dropping comments on all the content, man. Appreciate everybody tapping in, man. We fitting to roll up. We fitting to roll up. Hold on, man. 1 second. Y'all be damn Peasy, you got that GMO? So never mind. Y'all don't want to see that shit. Oh, I gotta show y'all something. Let me see. Where is that shit? Let me get this shit for y'all, man. Okay, there we go. Here we go, y'all. I know y'all want to see this shit.
Shout out that boy Mikey T, the polo star. You know, gotta watch out for him in the polos, man. With his socks on, man. Nasty feet. Yeah.
Yo, for real, man. Why do all these rappers be calling me porno stars, man? I ain't even gonna lie to you. What's up with all these rappers calling me porno stars, you guys? I ain't even gonna hold you up. I want y'all to check out my interview with Casanova. He actually really broke down, you know, how he made Don't Run and everything. It's one of my best interviews. Posting it right now so everybody could check that shit out.
Report card radio. Shout out that boy Mikey T, the polo star. You know, gotta watch out for him in the polos, man.
Why does everybody have to watch out for me in them pornos? I don't get it. Why are you telling the ladies to watch out for me in them pornos or something? Is that what Casanova meant?
With his socks on, man. Nasty feet. Yeah.
Did he just say I had nasty feet? Well, why did he have to throw that in there? Just because a man likes to get busy in his socks. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, if I'm paying $40 for for my Tommies, you know what I mean? If I'm paying $30, $40 for my polo socks, you know what I mean? Why can't I wear them when I'm in the act? What's wrong with that, Cass? I don't understand it, man. I really don't.
Shout out that boy Mikey T, the polo star. You know.
How did he even know that? First of all, like, where did he even get that idea?
Gotta watch out for him in the polos, man. With his socks on, man. Nasty feet.
Actually, man, that would to be honest with you guys, that would actually be like a hell of a gimmick. You know what I mean? Like, instead of like the Rock, I could actually just be the Sock. You know what I mean? That would kind of be he gave me kind of like a little gimmick right there. Shit, if I would have just taken that platform from Casanova, I would probably be rich as hell right now. Or as Rick Ross says, I would probably be rich forever. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you guys want to check out this interview, just hit the link that I got pinned right now. My interview with Casanova is lit.
Yeah, shout out to Report Card Radio also.
It's not the concept behind the single Don't Run?
Yeah, it's basically about, you know, somebody getting robbed and not knowing the other person got the gun. So the hunter becomes the hunted. So that's basically the concept of the song. That's where I got that from. You know, most people tend to run down on people not knowing what they're getting into. So you run down on people like, to hold me, I usually got it on me. Shit like that, you know?
So yeah, the record's getting a lot of attention actually playing on the radio, like you got an aggressive record like that playing on the radio.
Yeah.
How did you feel like that? You're like, how'd you get your sound to transition to radio spins?
I think it was organic. I guess it was missing in the industry. You know, I brought it back to life.
Ooh, he brought it back to life. I'm sorry, guys, but if you want to see this dope ass content, I'm bringing it to the table. All you got to do is click that link that's right pinned up there. Go check out my interview with Casanova, man. I would really appreciate it. I'm serious. I would really appreciate if everybody checked out my work with Casanova. If you check out my work with Bazaar, you know what I mean? With any of the people that I've worked with over the years, man. George, I'm not going to yell that out on camera just because it's a little controversial right now, bro. I wouldn't yell that out on camera unless somebody actually sent in a super chat for that one. But you know, I'd get all animated and I'd act like Denzel Washington if I yelled that out. Yeah, Detail. Appreciate you, brother. 332,004 weeks on the Heroes album. Well, that's crazy. So in 3 extra weeks, they moved an extra 180,000, it seems. Now, when I had saw the sales, though, bro, it was actually about 656,000 units. So about double that. So just about double that. But yeah, I'm rolling up right now, man. Rolling up some gas. Definitely appreciate everybody tapping in tonight, man. Really enjoyed doing this live video, talking about all these sales that I read about all the time. You know what I mean? It's like one of the most interesting things to do in the game. Of course, Kodak Black sales are going to be one of the most talked about things because he's the hottest thing in the game right now. Yep. John Wick ain't got shit on Mikey T. I'll say that for sure. John Wick ain't got shit on Mikey T. Peasy, somebody actually just asked me to do an interview on Clubhouse. So you'll be seeing me tuned into Clubhouse here and there. But yeah, I want everybody to click on that joint. Wow, it looks like Lil Durk. Everyone thinks Lil Durk is going to outsell Da Baby and NBA YoungBoy. So that means he must be selling over 130,000 units. But y'all, I really appreciate you guys tuning on. Of course, you know I will be back tomorrow night with SV Twiz. We're going to get it lit this weekend. Hopefully we got some sales numbers for Da Baby and NBA YoungBoy tomorrow. You know what I'm look at what Iceberg said. That merch is coming soon, you guys. So I'm going to get if anybody has any last questions, you could send it in the super chat. You know, a super chat will always make the video go longer. But if you have any last questions, send them in now. About to just go enjoy this L, put a movie on. You know what I'm saying? Start getting ready for tomorrow. It's about 1 o'clock where I am right now. Hit that like button. Hit that like button if you haven't. Hit that like button if you haven't. Oh, damn. Damn, why do all the haters come out? Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Sorry, man. I'm just making songs and shit now in front of y'all. Make a song up a hater. Make some paper off a hater. Make some paper off a hater. Make some paper off a hater. I'm gonna smoke a blunt, but I won't see you later. I'm gonna smoke a blunt, so I won't see you later. All this paper. Yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you for that little inspiration. If I was a rapper, I'd go in the booth right now and start making, you know what I mean? I'd start making some shit. I'd be like, yo, I'm reading what these haters are saying. I'm just jumping in the booth. I'm not even addressing them. Make some paper on a hater. I'm not even addressing them, you know what I mean? But I'm using it as motivation. You know what I'm saying? Smoke a blunt and I won't see you later. You got to get on it on that Icewear Vezo shit. You know what I mean? Smoke a blunt and I won't see you later. What you about to watch? I'm not sure, man. There was a whole bunch of new movie suggestions on that site that I'd be watching. What you mean soap today? Is that like you talking about the soap Bud? Oh, are you talking about that a show or something? Mikey T the mogul. Mikey T the mogul star. Put a song out, Mikey T. Yeah, I should. I'm gonna put a song out. I'm gonna put a song out. I'm gonna get some paper on these haters. I'm gonna make a song now, sooner or later. Should I do it on the who's that type of right there? Gotta make a song now or it's later. On this YouTube, it's all about the paper. I'm either on the YouTube or I'm down. I'm gonna say that one. I'll say that one. On the YouTube, down for the caper. Watch the new Scream movie. Yeah, the new Scream movie was dope. I seen it like twice already, actually. I seen that twice in the theaters, actually. Let me think. I saw it twice in the theaters. I believe so. Yeah. Oh, I never heard of that shit, bro. JB, thank you though, bro. Oh my God, Adam 22 is doing porn. Why not Mikey T? Bro, I never that was just a joke that was just a joke that this man said.
It just organically just.
That was just a joke that this man said.
Shout out that boy Mikey T, the polo star. You know, gotta watch out for him in the polo, man, with his socks on, man. Nasty feet. Yeah.
Listen, if any females are watching right now, I don't have nasty feet. I don't know why Casanova had to put that out there like that. I mean, I didn't come out and do the June bug challenge and like, you know what I mean, steal all of his momentum with that. But I got nasty feet, right? I'll show you what these nasty feet can do next time you do a dance challenge on TikTok. Then I'll show you what these feet can do, Cass, since you want to call them nasty. Put my business out there. I think everybody knows once it's out there that you got nasty feet, it's pretty much over for you in the love department. Riri don't want nobody with no nasty feet. You know what I'm saying? Megan Good, she ain't dealing with nobody with no nasty feet. Why do you got to put me out there like that, bro? Damn. Just so everybody knows. I just had to take a second to put that. I'm just messing around, Richie. My bad. I hope I didn't like make anybody watch and be like, Mikey T is not funny doing that. Iceberg says he's thinking about doing a limited pre-run of Mikey T merch branded by Champion officially. Let Champion know to reach out to me, Iceberg, and we can talk about that. The toe suckers are wilding out right now. They're like, where's Mikey T? Let me see that toe. Yeah, for real, for sure, man. Who just comes on here and tells the whole internet like, bro, that interview has like 500,000 views on it. That interview with Casanova has like 700,000 views on it. And every single one of those views, every single one of those people, and I'm saying this in fun, you guys, free Casanova, man. He does not deserve to be locked up, you guys. I'm just saying this shit in fun, man. You know, Casanova actually had me in front of a lot of the people that he associated with and he made sure I was good there and shit like that. He actually did the interview with me. Very, very deep interview about how he made Don't Run, if you guys want to check that out, plus his relationship with Taxstone. But in all honesty, man, 700,000 people saw this interview, clicked on it, and even if they only watched 90 seconds, 30 seconds, they all heard that I had nasty feet. Anybody. You know what I mean? I mean, shit. Imagine there's a big movie director out there. He's like, oh, I want to get Mikey T in this role, but I heard he had nasty feet, man. And we got this scene where they're going to be on the beach and they're going to be wearing sandals and it might throw the scene off. Maybe I'm thinking a little bit too deep into this, guys. Maybe I'm thinking a little bit too deep into this, but in all honesty, man, if you get put out there for your feet, I mean, shit, what is everybody else to think of you? They're like, oh, shit, no wonder Mikey T has those dope-ass shoes. It's because he's got some nasty-ass feet. Actually, let me stand a couple feet away from Mikey T because he might have those funky feet that I heard Casanova talking about in that one interview he did with him back in the day. Casanova did say, oh, and plus Mikey T's a porno star, man. Please don't ever do an interview with a porno star, by the way. You know what I mean? What are you thinking? Like, so, I mean, all in all, I'm just screwed any way that you look at it. You know what I mean? I mean, French Montana called me a porno star, but he didn't put me out there about my feet. You know what I mean? He at least didn't put me out there about my feet. But nah, Casanova is a good dude, man. I appreciate Casanova for the comment, man.
Shout out that boy Mikey T, the porno star. Gotta watch out for him in the polo, man, with his socks on, man. Nasty feet. Yeah, shout out to
Nasty feet. I'm not going to get over that, Cass. I'm not going to get over that, bro. But I will be honest with you, man. If I ever make it anywhere in my career, Casanova is somebody that I would like to reach out to. I have high hopes that Casanova will come home because, I feel like he really added a lot to the culture, but also you could just see how proud everybody really was of him. You could see through the documentaries that they released how proud people in his life were to see him making those changes. And, I just believe in, a man is innocent until he's proven guilty. So in my mind, Casanova is innocent, y'all. Okay, Detail says, yeah, Casanova's coming home. You know how we do things on this side. We keep it mad positive. We keep it mad hopeful on this side. Casanova's coming home, without a doubt. I think he's just tied up in some bullshit that really, you know how it is when you just associate with a couple different people. We'll talk about that on a later episode, though, where we solely focus on Casanova, man. Detail said, what movies have you seen recently that you recommend? Okay. What movies have I seen recently? Okay. Let me see. I've seen a bunch of stuff recently, man. I've seen a bunch of stuff recently. Let me see what I can recommend to you, though, man. Just off the top. Let me see what I can recommend off the top. What did I see in theaters? Well, I saw The Cursed. I don't know if that's going to be available yet for you to watch on HBO Max or anything like that. But The Curse was pretty decent when it comes to horror films. I saw that in theaters. That was actually it's not your typical werewolf horror movie. That's what I'll just say, just so I don't spoil anything. So that's also you could check out Blacklight with Liam Neeson. It's a little bit different than his typical movie. He's not protecting his wife or his 20-year-old daughter. He's actually protecting he is protecting his daughter, but also her daughter. So there's some scenes of Liam Neeson actually with a, a younger girl. She's like 5 or 6 or whatever. So it's a bit of a different dynamic than we usually see from Liam Neeson. It's called Blacklight. I thought it was pretty cool. You know what I mean? Let me see what else. What else do we got that I've seen recently that I would recommend? I've really been trying to see that Halloween Kills extended edition. I'd seen the original, obviously, the new one, but I want to see the extended edition. That's what I really want to see. I would also recommend this movie called His House, horror movie from 2021. Horror movie from 2021, you guys. His House. Go look that shit up. That's one of the best horror movies. Uh Trying to see what else I've seen lately. I don't want to recommend oh, what's this? No. I don't want to recommend Dog with Channing Tatum. I unfortunately saw that movie. Not the best Channing Tatum movie, and that guy is usually pretty funny. Let me see. Did I see any? Trying to see if I saw anything else on this website here that I could recommend. You know, I really have been watching the Bel Air series. I watched all 6 episodes of that. That Bel Air was dope. I see they got the what's it called? The Project Adam. No, yep, The Cursed. You can check out The Cursed. Oh, Jesus. Guys, do not, I repeat, do not watch Incarnation with Taye Diggs. I watched Incarnation with Taye Diggs, and it was quite possibly one of the worst things I could have ever done. For everyone just tuning in, man, we're pretty much done with talking about the album sales with Lil Durk, Da Baby, NBA YoungBoy, Kodak Black. We're on to the open questions now. If anybody's just tuning in, uh, you got to check out the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. If you haven't, the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre is really pretty cool. It's short. It's like 85 minutes. Yeah, I Am Sam wasn't the best. I'll say that. I Am Sam really wasn't the best. Let me think. What was better than I Am Sam? Hold on. Oh, never mind, bro. I take that back. Sean Penn actually got a nomination for Best Actor for uh, uh, I Am Sam. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is actually a Netflix exclusive this time around. Detail says, how was it? Texas Chainsaw Massacre was short. You know what I mean? It was about 80 minutes. So it's short. You could probably get through it like right now tonight, and actually, not feel like you're kept up too late. It's a pretty quick watch movie. They get right into it. It's a different story. The last Texas Chainsaw Massacre was kind of weak. You know what I mean? The way that, honestly, the way that the dude got he was related to Leatherface. That was kind of weak to me. The way that he actually came in and was going to take over the house, I did not like that whatsoever. I like the story for this new one a lot better. So you guys can check out the Texas Chainsaw Massacre on Netflix. It's a Netflix movie, you guys. I haven't seen it, but it's called The Adam Project with Ryan Reynolds. I'm kind of interested in checking that out. Has anybody seen Eternals or Dune? Two movies that I've been thinking about watching, just haven't really pulled haven't really made the plunge on it. Bro, Texas Chainsaw Massacre did not suck. It did not suck. It was actually better than the last one. Yeah. The last one was so bad, man. Like, it was just so bad. It was so bad. I'm just wondering, why can't I see this new version of Halloween? Yeah, man. Some dope ass new potent strands, man. Send in your questions if anybody has any last questions for tonight. This one called Irish Cannonball. Irish Cannonball, bro. It was freaking amazing. And let me give you a little live review of this daily special. It's 24.5%. Yeah, the Jessica Biel one and the one right after that were pretty much the only good ones. Also, has anybody seen that new Army of Thieves movie? Like, I'm kind of trying to watch that, but yo, I don't have just 2 hours to sit down and watch a movie. I'd rather come on here and stream. You know what I mean? I'd literally rather come on here and stream and talk about something that I know, you know what I mean? And something that, rather than like sometimes sit through some of these movies. Just to be honest with you, it's like, do I really have 2 hours and 45 minutes to watch the new 007? Even even though the villain in that is a pretty amazing actor. Oh, detail. Thank you, bro. So I see right here, Dune is actually 155 minutes long. He said Dune was long and uneventful, but the next one is going to be on point. Was Batista any good in it? You know, I really liked Batista in Blade 2047. You've seen that, I imagine. I saw the new Spider-Man, George. I saw the new Spider-Man. I have not seen the new Ghostbusters. Was Paul Rudd in that a lot? Like, how much of that would you say Paul Rudd was in? Because that's going to determine if I watch that tomorrow or tonight. But the other movie you had mentioned, the new Spider-Man, it was good. You know what I mean? I really think that kid, Tom Holland, I think his name is. Somebody correct me if I'm mistaken. I think that new kid, Tom Holland, plays a really great Spider-Man. You know, my favorite was actually Andrew Garfield from the Amazing Spider-Man series. He had played opposite the Lizard as well as Jamie Foxx. He was really my favorite, but the way that he aged, I don't like it. I don't like the way he aged. He looks too old to be Spider-Man now. And I think that Tom Holland is actually better than the Toby, even though a lot of people say Toby Maguire is their favorite Spider-Man. Um, Now, as far as that Spider-Man, I thought it was a little bit like a lot going on. I thought there was too many characters in it. But it was a great way to end the series, man. But they're definitely coming back with a fourth one. Yeah, Dune is over 2 hours. Yeah, it's like 2 hours and 35 minutes, bro. He is the kid's teacher, so a lot he becomes the mom's boyfriend. Okay, okay, okay. That's in regard to Paul Rudd. Detail says he didn't like Toby. Yo, Detail, what year were you born, bro? Datlow King says, my son said the new Batman was good. I'm going to go see it to find out. Yeah, my dude Cody Banks actually, and that's no pun intended to the movie Cody Banks and shit. But my dude Cody Banks, they call him that because he be banking at them casinos and shit. You know what I mean? He be banking on them investments and shit like that. He's really smart. But he actually told me, he said the new Batman was actually really good. And it actually had somebody portraying Penguin in it, as well as somebody as the Riddler. Yeah, so That's interesting. I'm really intrigued to actually see what the Penguin does. You know what I mean in this film. Detail says 1988. Crazy, bro. I'm actually 1988 too. So yeah, you didn't like Toby back in the day, man, when he first started. Back in the day, Toby was cool in the first one, the second one, third one got a little crazy. Andrea Garfield I liked better, but now Tom Holland, and I also saw Uncharted, you guys. I also saw Uncharted with Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland, I want to say. Oh, 1990. Salute to you, Bama. 1990. The link to what, Peasy? And if you're going to send me the link, send it on IG or something like that. Oh, George, we'll talk about that in a second. Yo, salute, Detail. You just turned 34? Okay, you got a couple months on me, bro. You got a couple months on me, bro. What movie were you saying you liked the first one? I sorry, I can't remember what we was talking about, but let me know what one you liked the first one of before we get back into that. I'm gonna go over to George, who says, Mikey, did you see the new Matrix yet? Wow. What do we got to do, you guys? Do we got to do a movie show? You know what I mean? Do we got to do a movie show or something? It probably only makes sense with my name. But yo, the I did see the Matrix. Um I did see the Matrix. I did see the Matrix. It was Detail, watch the Matrix then. Oh. How was Uncharted? I want to see it. We'll get to that in a second, brother. The Matrix movie, it was weird, right? It was weird because they literally had Keanu Reeves playing Neo as a guy that was designing a game based on the Matrix. Like that was extremely like cliche to me. You know what I mean? It's like it's what everybody does. Like that's not what the Matrix is supposed to be about. The Matrix is supposed to be about like innovative shit. Every single movie does some shit like that where it's like the typical shit, you know, like it's like, come on, I needed to see something a little bit new. I did not want to see there be a Matrix video game. I was a little bit thrown off by that because literally, you guys, I went back and I watched all three of the Matrixes. And let me tell you, the last two are extremely hard to get through. But I was right there because Jada Pinkett Smith, you know what I mean? You get to see the relationship that she had with Lawrence Fishburne's character, so you don't miss anything when you see that. You know, I guess some of the points of the Matrix were cool when like Neo got like um put in jail, kind of, you know, he got locked up in this room, but their jail was like kind of cool. You actually had like a balcony and shit. You know what I mean? You could like go off the balcony and smoke. You know what I mean? It's probably warm out there and shit in their land. But I digress. How was Uncharted? I want to see it. Louis Peasy, I want to know. Oh, oh yeah, I'm gonna need to see that, Peasy. Uncharted. Uncharted was okay. It was okay. You know what I mean? Uncharted, they cut out one of the funny scenes that my friend had actually, we watched a clip of it, right? So there's this clip of like Mark Wahlberg and his cat where he's just like, oh, I take my cat everywhere with me. So it was like that funny version of Mark Wahlberg. You know what I mean? We all kind of know the soft side of Mark Wahlberg. So I was really interested to see that scene and like how he progressed with the cat once the guy actually got him a cat and shit like that. But that scene actually got cut from the movie and it was kind of disappointing. The red or the blue pill? Shit, I'm forgetting right now. Um, uh, the red pill. Let me know if I took the right one. Matrix game was a money grab. Oh no, I'm not even talking about that Matrix game detail. In the movie, The Matrix 4. The Matrix 4 or The Matrix 4. They actually have a Matrix game in that movie. Jackass Forever. I am so sorry that I accidentally walked into the theater and saw that. But guys, did anybody see Army of the Dead? Army of the Dead with Batista. That movie was sweet, right? Oh no. Yes, Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead was awesome. But I'm wondering, has anybody seen Army of Thieves? Like the I guess it's a prequel or a sequel? Because I've really been going back and forth with whether to watch it or not. Does anybody detail? Have you actually seen the Army of the Dead? Yeah, I wasn't really into the new Jackass, man. I guess they say that one stunt where they shot Johnny Knoxville out of a cannon, like that's the last stunt he'll ever do or something. I don't really know, to be honest with you, man. To be 100% honest with you, Johnny Knoxville, I thought he had more of a career. I thought he had more of a career in, actually making movies rather than going back to, the comedies, or you don't even call those comedies actually, than to make the stunt movies. It just really didn't make sense to me because the dude was really making a name for himself, acting alongside The Rock. I mean, this guy is making his own movies like called The Ringer. You know what I mean? He's just starting to develop all new types of shit. Army of the Dead. So Army of the Dead is actually this dope ass action movie from 2021, directed by Zack Snyder. Who did the Justice League. Zack Snyder is like came back and he's vicious. Ever since he edited the new version of Justice League, which I thought was dope, even though it was like 4 hours. So Batista was in it, and it's about these guys. I think I might be mistaken, but I know the general idea is of it. There is a casino with a bunch of money in it, right? And these like 12 people or 10 people or 8, whatever many people, they all are going to go mow through a bunch of zombies to actually get into the casino and get the money, I think it is. Okay, so yeah, at the beginning, a convoy like collides with this thing by Area 51, and then a cargo of zombies escapes. Yeah, some shit like that. It was really good, man. It was insanely good. George, are you talking about Army of Thieves? Because I have not seen Army of Thieves yet. That's what I'm actually trying to. That's what I'm actually trying to. I haven't seen Army of Thieves yet. I'm just wondering, what is Army Thieves about? I'm just wondering, should I go see Army of Thieves based on the fact that I really enjoyed, you know, the Army of the Dead? Is it called Army of Thieves? Yeah, Army of Thieves. Huh. Oh, it takes place 6 years before it? Here, let me do a quick little search of it, man. That's Army of Thieves. Probably should say that. Yep. Yep, it's a prequel. And I guess the Army of Dead is a franchise now. Whoa. Ludwig. Hold up. If the same guy's in it, I gotta see it. I guess they didn't get Batista to come back in it. Let me see here. Let me see here, you guys. Oh no. Wrong thing. Army of Thieves, IMDb. If you guys don't know what IMDb is, it's pretty much one of the best sites for movies and shit. But I'm sure y'all know what that is. Now let me see the guy who's playing Ludwig. We got Mateus or something is his name. And he was actually in the Army of the Dead as Dieter. He was in Army of the Dead as Dieter. George, was Dieter the main character of Army of the Dead? Doesn't seem like it. Does not seem like it. This is great. We're all figuring shit out like literally at the same time right now. Let me see when Dieter actually came to be involved in this movie. Like, let's see. Come on. Let me see Dieter's name right here on the recap. Boom. Dieter. What? Oh, shit. Yeah, you checking out that Army of Thieves, Peasy? Why? Did you already see Army of the Dead? Peasy, did you already see Army of the Dead? You must have. Woo! Glitch! Yo, Glitch, I appreciate you tapping in with that note. Glitch just came in with the highest sales prediction so far, you guys. Yo, you got to watch Army of the Dead first, Peasy. You can't watch Army of Thieves first. It is the prequel, though. Glitch, that's crazy. Glitch just said 130K. 130K for Lil Durk's album, man. Yo, I'm hoping, bro. Hell yeah, man. Yo, Bama, have a good night, bro. We'll see you on the next stream. Hell yeah, George, you the man, bro. Detail, you the man. Peasy, you the man. Everybody in here, I respect y'all. Having a little movie talk right now. But Peasy, man, I think you got to watch Army of the Dead first, bro. And maybe you could watch Army of Thieves first. You know what I'm saying? And Peasy, we want your honest opinion on the Boosie movie. Honest opinions only, man. Don't hit us with that Don't hit us with that bullshit, man. Don't hit us with that bullshit, y'all. Come on, I'm gonna stay on here until we get the review from our bro Peasy. Oh shit. Yeah. Yay. Never seen it. Only bought it a few months ago. Forgot to watch it. What? You the man though, bro. You're the man though, Peasy. I appreciate everybody for tapping in tonight, man. I'm gonna say it again. If you guys haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel right now, y'all. I want everybody on here to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the live streams. Also, if anybody follows me on Instagram, I will follow you guys back right now. So if you're not following me on the gram, follow me back right now, and I'll follow everybody back that follows me based on this video. Again, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Y'all are the best audience. Subscribe to my channel right now if you haven't. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We're going to keep it real on this channel. We're going to keep it real positive. We're going to keep on spreading the best news out there that's going on. We're going to keep on giving our opinions about the best new interviews, the best new music, our thoughts on sales, our thoughts on past interviews, our thoughts on new interviews, man. That's what we do on this channel, guys. We interact with one another. So I'll see y'all. Hopefully, Bel Air sees us on this shit, comes through, puts us in that new Bel Air mansion. You know what I'm saying? Different room for every color of the Bel Air. Show them how we really do shit. Detail, I really appreciate you. Yo, everybody that sent in a super chat tonight, I really appreciate you guys. Everybody that actually hit the link in my bio, or you hit the link that's pinned up to check out the throwback interview with Casanova 2 times. I appreciate you guys. My brother Rosewood in the building. I appreciate you, bro. Major salute. Glitch. Yo, Rosewood, what's your prediction on Lil Durk sales for 7220, man? What do you think the first week sales are going to be, man? People have been predicting as low as 50,000 and as high as 130,000. Glitch says YoungBoy's last album is going to get promoted, and hopefully he's going to bring his Instagram account back so he can promote it if he's streaming sell more than 120 to 130K. That's interesting that Glitch says that, because maybe some of the sales were impacted by the way that NBA YoungBoy was able to promote based on the Colors album, you're saying? You know, because the Colors album actually moved about 79,000 units first week. Let me see. Okay, we're looking good over here on everything. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm going to be using that joint tonight. Rosewood prediction 80K for Lil Durk. Good prediction. Good prediction. Do we got any predictions for Benny the Butcher, Tana Talk 4? Before we get out of here, do we got any predictions for Benny the Butcher, Tana Talk 4? Y'all need to go stream that as well. Tana Talk 4, you guys. Damn, man. I more than appreciate everybody tuning in. Damn, that's crazy. Just got another video that hit 50,000 on the page. Damn, we lit, we viral. I want everybody to subscribe to the channel right now. Yeah, you know Rose would be around those guys, man. Rose would be working at the studio. Members only Monday, members only Fridays. You know what I'm saying? Different shit. Detail says Benny, 70K. 70K for Benny the Butcher. Hell yeah, that's a good prediction. But we really should come back and talk about Talk 4 a little bit more as well. But tonight, you know, I really wanted to go over Lil Durk, Da Baby, NBA YoungBoy, all of their albums. They're saying NBA YoungBoy's gearing up for another one. Some people are saying that Da Baby actually worked with NBA YoungBoy in order to build up a little bit of momentum for another solo project of his own. At this point, though, you guys, Da Baby has actually sold more units first week than either of these guys at 145,000. You know, NBA YoungBoy's highest sales are 137,000. So these are things that we got to keep into consideration, you guys. Hell yeah. One love, one love. Appreciate you for tapping in. Damn. Rosewood is in agreement with you, Detail. He says 70K for Benny the Butcher as well. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Definitely appreciate everybody tapping in at this late hour. You know what I'm saying? But you never know who's tuning in, man, to be real with you. You know what I'm saying? You never know who's tuning in, to be real with you. But why do we do this? We do this to put the most, you know, to put our thoughts out there on the most recent topics, on the topics that are, you know, spiraling all over the internet, controversial or, you know, just good news. Whatever it is, we're gonna comment it on it here, man. Like this one right here. My guy Details putting me on the spot. Who do you like better, Dirk or NBA YoungBoy? I'm gonna have to say I like Lil Durk better, man. I'm gonna have to say I like Lil Durk better, but NBA YoungBoy is an artist that I've watched from the really, really early beginning of his career as well, to when he first started putting his music videos on World Star Hip Hop. And I'm trying to think which one did I become familiar with first. That's not something that I could really answer off the top right now because I can't remember the year that I actually started seeing NBA YoungBoy's first videos on World Star, but I remember when he was going through that very first case. Sometimes when you smoke as much kush as me, you can't remember those times of actually seeing a first video on a World Star Hip Hop. I just remember that Dirk, you know what I mean? He was first affiliated with all the Chicago scene when it started popping off in like 2012 and shit. And then actually, he took off on his own. But yeah, guys, man, it's been a great live tonight. Really appreciate tapping in with everybody. Really appreciate everybody tapping in, man. And we will see y'all on the next stream, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next stream, man. So you don't miss out on the conversation. We'll see you on the next one, guys. This is Mikey T, the movie star, signing off. And like I said, subscribe if you haven't. Hit that link that's pinned and check out my throwback interview with Casanova 2 times. He breaks down recording Don't Run, as well as, his relationship with Taxstone, Designer, all different types of shit. Respect.